When are you pooping on the car?
When are you doing that?
I don't know.
You got to poop on the principal's
Especially
car? Is there a principal at robotics school?
Yes.
He's actually a really nice guy, though.
He's a wonderful guy.
That's going to be so mean when you poop on his car.
Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
As both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates.
and coaches by building
Better
boxes.
Welcome to
The best hour of your day.
CrossFit Charlton. You say Charlton or
Charlton.
Charlton.
Hard cha.
it's a hard cha?
Hard cha.
The CH.
Charlton's fancy.
But it's not
Charlton.
North Carolina,
Nope.
which most people would think.
South Central Mass.
Yeah. You guys from?
That's where I grew up.
You guys are Massholes?
No, I'm from Rhode Island
Are you-
originally.
Where'd you guys meet in college?
No, we met at a my sister met
You met at
Danielle
your-
at a wedding.
Yeah.
And was like, you got to meet this girl?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
History.
How long you guys been married?
Yep.
12 years.
12 years. Jason and Danielle. Yeah, good answer. So, and were you guys teachers? You must have been teachers already then.
I was, yeah.
She was.
I've been teaching for a while. 18 years this year.
It's your 18th year. And what do you teach?
Middle school science.
Oh, man. I bet you a lot of those middle school boys get crushes on you. Is that true?
Don't answer that question.
Oh, Mrs. Leboeuf.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Mrs. Leboeuf? Oh.
We have fun in my class. We do a lot of hands-on stuff, a lot of labs, a lot of explosions happening. So
Yeah,
all
middle
good.
school science is like the fun
Oh, yeah.
year, and then it gets hard.
Yeah.
It's like you got the Bunsen burners. You still do those?
She did, yeah.
Yep. Bunsen burners, things exploding. Yeah, all good stuff.
I remember.
Fire.
I'm going to say this, and this is not meant to be offensive.
Here it comes.
My middle school science teacher had all gray hair. I can't remember her name, though. But I remember loving that class. It had, like, the seats in the middle, but then on the sides, there was, like, the science. Like,
Yeah, with the lab benches.
Yeah, the lab benches. Yeah, I
Yep.
remember that. What did you teach, Jason? Math?
Nope. Robotics in a trade school.
Oh.
You were a high school teacher.
High school.
Yeah.
A CTE school, Career and Technical Education. Robotics and
Robotics.
automation technology.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
I feel like you're making that up right
No. Big fancy words.
now.
Yeah.
All right.
Engineering.
Is this true?
This is true.
I just concocted this story for you.
But the big I want to get to, I mean, part of your amazing story is small gym, growing, and you've been with us over almost 2 years now, like 2 full years,
Too full.
and currently in a 1-year hiatus, sabbatical,
Yes, leave of absence.
leave of absence, with the goal of making that permanent, and the
Correct.
eventual goal of both of you.
Yeah.
But you're 18 years in, huh? When's full retirement? 25?
Possibly. And my goal is to get to 20, and then we'll reevaluate where I'm going to be after that.
You know, and we had that. You were part of my presentation this morning.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you? What was the? I guess I didn't even consider, like, what was that feeling when you see yourself on the screen?
It's pretty cool. It
Yeah, all right.
feels like you're doing the thing, right? And it's, I guess, noticed, right? And this is hard, but yeah, it's cool.
Jason reminds me of like a cartoon character. By the way, I always
Thank
I
you.
always, like when he wears a hat. He's like a
It's
young.
cold.
He's very youthful looking, right?
Oh, yes.
Isn't he? Like, is it just me? Like, he reminds me of like the Rugrats. You ever see that cartoon, Rugrats? Like, just like when he's like an adult. Marcus is the same way. I'm like, he's a child who just happens to be an adult now. That's Jason. That's Jason.
Thanks. My beat rat now.
I mean,
No, you're
I mean
right.
that in a great way. So, what I was saying is, I love my favorite thing. You guys know is like when someone leaves their job to do this thing full time. But I will fully admit there's a time and a place. You guys know Apache Mike, for example, where it's like,
We're working on him.
yeah, but I'm like, hey, you got like 1 or 2 years left. Like, Chad was a police officer, and it's like, don't leave yet. Like, get your retirement, get your pension. You've worked super hard, and you know, there's a pot committed point, right?
Yeah.
And I say that as someone who's like all risk all the time. Like, there's a point in time where it's like, be smart, like, do that. Are you
Make-
upset right now?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm just processing, thinking what you're saying. It all makes sense. It's got to be a good time for you and your family and like your obligations.
there's more
you can't
things, like,
just
I was able to take a lot of risk as an affiliate owner because I was single, or dating, I should say, right? No kids, like low overhead in life, right? And there's a time and a place where it's like cool, and also like how much you hate your job.
right. If you still feel like you're giving, like I still feel like I'm giving back as an educator, and I
Yeah, so,
like
I mean,
it still. I want to be there.
I
That's
mean,
important.
And I loved. My mom was a teacher for 50 years. Like clearly, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well.
Let them
lead
lead the way.
I should write this down.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Don't quote me on that. But it's a super amazing job. The one challenging part is like the pay isn't fair. And I don't say that lightly, right? Like no, like you guys are literally. We're going off on a ramble about teachers, but I support you guys. But I also support you guys leaving your thing, which is what you're doing.
We're doing
And how has it been? I want to know that in the last, it's January, so it's been 7-8 months since your last class, right?
Yeah.
What have you
considering the summer.
noticed at the gym because you didn't go back to school?
I've noticed the amount of time I can put back into it and all of the things that I want to do, right? It was a capacity issue. I think as far as connecting with folks, especially the front end, the sales end, and the meeting new prospective members, it's the amount of time and effort I can put towards that is amazing. I think back to trying to make a sales call in between, like on my 15, 20-minute lunch break, or trying to squeeze it in.
I remember you hopping on many calls at school.
Oh my
Almost
gosh,
all of your calls were at school.
As soon as the bell would ring, I'd try to jump on a call.
Yeah.
And so just to have that time has been a gift. It's 100% a process of now capturing that time in an efficient way. I mean, my hot seat was just about, Steve said, you've got to get organized, you know.
Well, I want to get off topic here, but have you seen that impact on the business with that more time? Because that's where it's important, right? Like, like if you're going to leave your job, what impact? I always believe you should be able to replicate that income on your business and so much more. Like, I want to see a hockey stick of growth.
Yes.
Are you feeling that yet? Are you seeing it?
Not yet. And you are constantly in my mind with that hockey stick. We are, I believe, building the systems and now being able to focus on that. And it's coming, right? And that was our hot seat question.
I want to get to your hot seat. And before I forget, I want to say this about both of you. You have raised some good kids.
Thank you.
I can tell. Like, I met Teddy and Stella, and now as a parent, I judge other people on their kids. Not like at my age, they're all assholes, right? Like, but at your age, they could be assholes.
Yeah.
And they were like super nice. They laughed at my jokes, which
We taught him.
Yes.
If you meet him,
Which-
that one, laugh at him.
Yeah, I mean, they're very funny. But how old are your kids?
9 and 11.
Yeah, that's the age where like they can be complete turds.
Yeah.
And you had some good kids, so
Thank you.
you're doing something right.
We
in
talk
life.
about a lot with them with this process, and I think
Oh my gosh. They're watching us live this,
They
this
are.
project.
Well, and I just had Spencer on, and he has 4 kids, which I think you'll agree is insane. But I was like, there's nothing cooler than being an entrepreneur in front of your kids. Like, I know you're looking at her like feeling bad.
tell me
because,
that.
No, because we're transparent with them, and they see the highs
Yeah,
and the
but
lows
that's
and
the
everything in
point, but it's
between.
like, hey, kids, like,
Yeah.
we're taking responsibility for our lives, and if we work harder, we do better, and if we work less, and there's so many lessons in there that I didn't have with and my parents are amazing, obviously, but not obviously, they're actually not great. But
Mom, don't watch this.
No, but she doesn't watch any of it. But, you know, they weren't entrepreneurs. It's just a different lesson. My lesson was actually, I don't want that, which is good, valuable as well. But I just wanted
Well, that's
to give
gratitude. You have gratitude for something that wasn't great, and like you're spinning it in a positive way. Good job.
I just thought it was Jewish guilt. I guess if you look at it like that, I'm grateful.
Good job, honey.
Thank you for.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, no, I think anything in life you should learn. I learned like that I want to do that or I don't want to do that. It's one or the other. But you can learn from it. Anyway.
But going back to our kids, another plug though for our
topic.
kids though too is I think bringing up your family in a community and like this
Yeah.
is now their family and they're having these strong role models and they're seeing people work hard and struggle through things personally and mentally, physically, and that's empowering. And we're just giving them this opportunity to see people in a different way. And they look at these people, they look up to these people, and that makes my heart happy that we're providing this safe space, not for only for them, but for all of the people. And I know you asked Jason what's one of the biggest things he's seen since he left, but it's just seeing our team come together and the leadership of our coaches and just working as this cohesive unit. And we're like lifting this whole thing up together with our coaches. And I'm just so proud of what we've done since you've left work.
Thanks.
You know what I wish? I wish you were on more of the calls instead of Jason.
Okay.
Oh, you.
Fair.
She's so positive.
I know.
That was so positive.
Yeah.
No wonder. No
why I
wonder
like
this.
We balance each other out.
You do.
Does that mean I'm the negative one?
No. That's a.
I'm the
don't-
cartoon.
don't
That's
tell-
right.
Yeah, he's the cartoony one. No, and I think that's so cool with the kids too. I think about that with mine. I'm like, they go to the gym,
They go.
and I'm like, this is so weird that she knows this. I'm like, it's only weird because that's not what I had with my parents. Because at Madison will be like, we're gonna exercise. Or we go to the gym. Like I pick her up from school. We go to the gym, and I'm like, yeah, this is what we do.
the routine.
And she'll say things like, we gotta take care of our body every day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, that's cool. Like they hear you. Like they are getting it
Yeah.
slowly. So, you're slowly feeling that uptick,
Yep.
and it is slow, but that's really awesome to hear, Danielle. That it is. I think it does give your coaches, even your members, a different feel where it's like, oh, this guy's taking a risk and he believes in this, so I can, from your coach's perspective, like I can invest more and work harder. But talk about your hot seat. So it sounds like you're a hot mess.
Well, we thought it was going to be all about money, right? Trying to manage this transition, and it turned out to be.
So for those listening, we're in Orlando.
Yep.
Part of our mastermind is every affiliate gets 15, 20 minutes for like the one thing they need to be working on for the next 6 months-ish till the next mastermind. And what did you think your question was?
It was, how can we get to this revenue take-home number that we thought?
We needed to replace since he left teaching. So how can we?
So you, as a teacher, made like $14,000.
Yes. A year.
Yeah, but your goal was like, okay, well, what do we need to do to get there? But in reality, and this happens quite often. You probably have been a part of it. Were you at?
I was in Nashville.
You were, but Jason was in Denver.
was in
Denver,
Yeah.
Nashville.
So
and
you've been
then,
at all of them.
Not.
Oh, you were in Vegas.
You weren't in
No, we were
Vegas.
away on a family
Yeah.
trip.
Gotcha. But you've seen it before, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this isn't the question.
No, that's not
No.
the thing.
So
yeah.
what did it turn into?
It turned into, it was all about the experience. I need to give coach evaluations and feedback. It was all the hard things that I am scared to do.
Why? Go ahead, Danielle. Speak for him.
Go ahead, carry on.
Tell him what he means.
Fun one,
So
positive one.
just like
That's all I
digging
hear.
into like what
You're cartoony. It's very good.
what things like to make Jason vulnerable, like what things he needs to like really work on as a person. And sometimes we avoid doing the things that we don't like. They're not the preferred tasks. So some of the coach development stuff and like leading and helping our coaches as we grow, which we've grown awesome in the past year. How do we manage some of these bigger class sizes, and what can we do to make the experience optimal for our members so it can like cascade down into everything else that we're doing, and to put Jason in, have the opportunity to have that role. So Jason loves being the front end person and doing the sales and like being the mayor of the gym. But
Just
the
talking
coach,
all day.
yeah, he loves that
Talkative.
all the time. But the coaching side is something that he hasn't mastered that yet. So giving him the opportunity to work on those elements of the business to make him more well-rounded. And so we kind of have to lean into that a little bit more.
I would imagine to teach robotics, you're very,
Calculated?
I was going to say linear.
Yeah.
Like engineer type brain.
Right, and then I think that gets into the front end part is fun because you're dealing with a lot of the happy stuff, but the feedback, right? The feedback to the coaches and it gets tricky, and that's an uncomfortable place for me.
It's interpersonal.
Yes,
That's what
right.
it is, right?
And and it's not on a. It doesn't have to be not on a bad note, but it's not on this like happy front end sales note, and it's just constructive. So it
No, and
gets
I
scary
think
for
that's
us.
what you have to remember. I think anytime I post something along the lines of, you should be evaluating your coaches regularly, the response is like, you should be criticizing your coach. I'm like,
No.
This would be
right,
critical.
right, and it's like the difference between criticism and I would say
Growth?
insult, right? So think about those two things. Like an insult is just like, you're stupid,
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's not constructive.
right, it's not because we're criticism is like there's a disconnect,
Yeah.
right? You didn't do this, right? And it's okay. Like, I want you to be there.
Yes.
It's a good thing, right? But it's not an insult.
Yeah.
It's criticism. Criticism isn't good or bad. It's just there's a gap.
Yeah.
You give him criticism, he gives you, he gives me, right? You could use it. Perhaps the word feedback sounds better, but it's just criticism and it's not bad. And you just have to get comfortable in that space of,
Yeah.
and it's all, you watched yesterday.
Comes from a place of the heart. Like you want someone.
Yeah.
You don't want someone
right.
to
I
fail.
think that's a good
Like,
way
this-
to put it, where
you
it's
wa-
like,
yeah.
when I'm giving you criticism, because I want you to be successful over here, and there's this massive, you give it every day on tests.
Mm-hmm.
That's criticism, right? It's like, you got this wrong. Here's where I want you. You give it to your kids.
But it's
how
seeing
you
someone's
develop
potential. But you're so good at like looking and seeing people's potential, and I think looking for ways that we can raise and give them opportunities to improve and like put them in a position where they're going to continue to grow. And I love that you've been doing a lot more of that.
All right, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe to the podcast. But understand, we work with affiliates. If you are interested in building your business, understanding strategy, building a better community, and building better coaches and careers for them, hit the link somewhere around this video, and we'd love to have a call with you. I get asked all the time, what gym software should a gym owner use? And the short answer is, I don't care. What I care about is that companies like PushPress design software that helps gym owners run better businesses. So if you're working with a software company, you're not happy, and you don't know what to do with the information that software gives you every single day, check out PushPress. They've got built-in systems like the 180-day journey that we helped them build inside of PushPress Grow that'll help you interact with your clients at a better clip in order to improve your retention. So if that's something you're interested, reach out to those guys at PushPress and help you run a better box today.
And let me tell you, you're good at it. You don't stay in a marriage for 12 years.
13 or
date-
12? 12?
12.
Okay.
12. I'm pretty sure. I know. As well. And how long did you date before that?
3?
Sure.
So you guys have been, in a relationship for you cannot do that without being good. I would say you can. You wouldn't be in a healthy relationship,
Right.
and you
That's
guys
true.
appear to be in a healthy. Your kids, you cannot raise an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old as well as you guys do without being good at that. I'm positive like that. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right? This was for him. It's not all about you, Daniel. We're on Jason now. Point being, you're already doing this well.
Yeah.
You just don't have the confidence in your coaching. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
100%. It's a lack of confidence.
Do you have a level 2?
Yes. But it's lack of reps, right? It's lack of me being on the floor because I'm trying to focus on everything else.
How many hours have you coached in your life?
I don't even know.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, maybe.
Yeah.
Low hundreds.
Yeah, she loves it. Like, she loves coaching, right?
Well, maybe she should be the one doing the feedback.
But she doesn't have the time. See, this is the hard part, right?
This is the
we
balance.
each hold like half of the brain. And she doesn't have the time, but she would be way more comfortable doing it. But I'm the one that's available and needs to do it, which it's also growth for me. I need to get into that role.
I think that's valuable. I think
challenge
that's
that.
valuable. I also, like I said, I think it is a skill you can develop. But I asked earlier, you were at the Coach Dev yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw Steve doing it.
Yeah.
Steve, no one, and he was your hot seat lead too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no one is more intimidating in feedback than Steve.
Yeah.
Right? The accent, the size.
Yeah.
And you saw it live. Did Brittany handle it well?
She was a pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's purely a lack of being in that situation a lot and having the comfort.
So do it more, yeah.
Yeah, and we have some new coaches and they're awesome. Like, I give them feedback all the time. Like, they literally asked for it the other. Like, it's
So is it coaches you've?
But I love that our culture, though, they're constantly asking for feedback, though, too. It's not just you giving it, but we want to talk about it. Everyone's open to it.
And I went through this with Julia from Tullahoma.
Mm-hmm.
She was like really adverse for years to do a rate increase. And I was like, hey, tell me why you're adverse. She sends me this long email. And I was like, cool, send that to your members.
yeah.
Right? Hey, I'm worried you guys are going to think I'm money hungry and this and that. I was like, tell them that. And it's the same thing for you. Like, hey,
Yeah.
guys, this is hard for me. But I'm just trying to make this box better. I want to not go back to school next year, so we can have a greater impact in Charlton.
Help more people.
Charlton, Massachusetts.
We were just sitting by the pool, and we were talking at lunch, and I was like, why does this bother me so much? And I think it's some coaches is great, and we have a couple that are more stoic, and I'm like, I think it's just them. I think it's uncomfortable, and I'm just going to admit that and say, it's hard for me to give you feedback, and just tell that truth.
Own it.
And
Own it.
I think there's
being
such
vulnerable.
Right, and there's freedom in that, right? Like, there it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to muddle through it, and we'll be done. It'll be great when we're done. I don't know.
And also, we're here. Like, I gave my opening, and it's like, was it funny?
I laughed.
You laughed. Once. I laughed once. It was an hour. No, but it was like, I'm going to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to make fun of you guys. Right? And it's the same thing. It was just your way of saying, like, hey, I'm going to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And let's do. I think affiliate owners do a fault, or like, I can't let on that this is hard.
Yeah.
And I do that with Madison all the time, right? Like, I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do right now. Like,
right.
You're freaking out. Like, the internet's not working. I'm sorry Moana's not playing. But, like, I wanted to be playing.
I need to hear Shiny. Come on.
The best. Shiny, you know Shiny?
That's my favorite.
Thank you into Shiny. It's like Scarlet into Fire. Let me tell you, dead reference there. It's like the best 2-song combo. I'm like, you want to listen to that again? Okay, so do I.
Madison, put on Daddy's Mix.
No, the Bluetooth automatically connects sometimes, Yeah. And it's like all I play. I'm like, all right, yeah. Like, thank you. Like,
I'm with you.
Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, that's anyway, we digress into Moana.
Yep.
But I love that mentality of like, hey, like, own it. And I think when's the perfect time? Like Tuesday when you go back. You go back Monday, but like Tuesday when you're in the box, right? Call a meeting and boom, put it out there to everybody.
Yeah. We have coaches meeting on Sunday, actually.
This
which is
coming
good.
Sunday?
Yeah, it's on the book, so.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
perfect
going to
time.
go.
Guys, I want to level this up. And it's going to be really hard for me. And I want you to call me out. And by the way, I want feedback too.
Yeah, 100%.
Feedback on my feedback. Like, how do you get me better?
Yeah. And we do it. And we have coaches that constant feedback. I found freedom in the truth a lot of times recently. And
Truth is the best, huh? When you just tell the truth all the time, you have no stress in your life.
I was telling Teddy a story, something with the business.
That's their son.
Yeah. And I was like,
By the
Teddy,
way, Theodore Leboeuf.
his middle name?
Charlton, Massachusetts. It's a president.
Hold on. His middle name? Laurent.
Laurent?
Theodore Laurent, like the French version of Lawrence. My grandfather was Laurent.
Laurent. He's going to definitely be our president one day. Anyway, what were you telling him?
I forget. I was telling him something about the business, and I said, you know what I did, Ted? I just told the truth, like in a nice way, and it was like the most freeing thing.
Well, think about it. What is he, the 11 or 9-year-old?
He's a 9-year-old.
I mean, he's gonna do some things.
Yeah.
That we've all done, and he's gonna be able to be like, Dad, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now.
Do it.
He's gonna remember that. Like, oh, this was easier because Dad just told me he told the truth. That's cool.
The more you model it, it's easier it's going to be for them to know it's safe to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to throw this out there. I feel like I'm making your marriage stronger.
I appreciate it.
No.
You should have sat in the middle. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll sleep in the middle tonight. We're staring. Your room is across the hall, right?
next door.
Yeah.
No, but just by being part of Best Hour, though, to speak of the marriage thing, like, we've definitely gotten to be a stronger team together, working through a lot of these vulnerabilities and these hard exercises we've done over the last 2 years. It's made us a better family unit and, like, team together. So thank you for that.
Well, appreciate that. But it would be hard not to, right? Like,
no, you can't.
Because you can't become a better business owner without becoming a better person. And if you're becoming a better person, you're going to be better in your relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
We talk so much in our own affiliate about building better humans and, like, what we're doing to make us stronger individually, but then what all these awesome humans can do together. And I truly feel that we're doing something special for everybody.
So you're going to go back. You're going to work on that stuff. And what are some of the metrics you do need to hit? Let's talk about it. Like, how many members? What type of revenue are we trying to grow by?
We need to. So membership,
We will.
We will.
No soft talk.
We will continue. I think we'll. Oh, there it is again. We'll continue our trend of growth last year, right? We had 50-ish new members last year. So
You had 50 new members?
Last year.
And you started Were you in your garage?
We started in the garage in our house, like a 2-bay garage.
Just like the Fullers, just like Jimmy, Acclivities here from Idaho. Many boxes start that way. And then I remember because you went. Was that with us when you went to your first space?
We had just
moved in,
and then we were a few months later, and then we reached out to you for help, support.
When you were like, we don't know what to do.
Exactly.
No, I had no idea what I was
We
doing.
need mentoring.
This was easy in our garage, and now we need members. So, how many members did you have then?
When we first moved in,
Yeah.
we had maybe 25.
And what are you up to now?
130.
130.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
Good growth.
Yeah, and
it's amazing, yes.
50 of those were so you went from about 80 to 130 in the last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some membership changes in January and then tracked it all
24.
year. Yep.
Yep.
And then tracked it all year, right? Really started our logbook, and 50 over the year.
So how many from 130, what do you, to be like, I'm confident I'm not going back in September.
That's a great question. That's what I thought the hot seat was going to be.
But that's not a hot seat. That's like, we have to do some math.
I know. And Nick's been.
Doesn't take an
Nick-
engineer. Doesn't take a
Amazing.
robotics.
Nick's been sitting with us a lot, trying
Yes,
to figure out
Nick's
those
Nick
numbers.
True, our budgeting
Yeah.
coach. Yeah, he's the man.
I watched his whole 30-minute Loom video that he sent me doing my
He
budget.
sent you a
over-
30-minute Loom
Yes.
video. He's the
He's the
man.
best.
Yeah.
And he said, "You just fast forward," but I watched the whole thing. I wanted to see what he was doing.
You can watch him on 1.5. He talks slow. He's
He's a man. He's awesome.
Southern drawl. But, I mean, what is it about? What would you guess if you just like to start? Rough number.
I bet you if we can maintain this, right, get to 150, 160, we'll be in good shape.
20 members in the next. When do you have to tell the school? When are you pooping on the
Yeah,
car?
when are you doing that?
I don't know.
You gonna poop on the principal's
Officially
car?
poop.
Is there a principal at robotics school?
Yes.
He's actually a really nice guy, though.
He's a wonderful guy.
That's gonna be so mean when you poop on his car.
He looks
I'm
just-
so sorry I pooped on your car. You have to understand. I'm
This
just
guy
trying to burn
told me
this
to do it.
bridge.
This internet guy.
This internet guy.
I don't know. That's going to be the next
story.
stress.
That was a funny story.
Thank you.
I don't know. That
Mike-
must happen before next school year, right?
Yes,
We
Jason,
gotta figure
it does
that-
have to happen.
Where's
I'm
that Leboeuf guy?
It doesn't take it. You're asking her like, should I tell him before the school year starts?
Logic
What do you
would say.
think? I would say you should tell him by June.
All right.
I'm with you.
You think that's fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He thinks you're coming back.
No.
Okay.
I think in his heart of hearts, he doesn't think you're coming back.
Yeah.
If he's a good guy, he's hoping for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, he's
got
a
it
wonderful
for
guy.
you.
Yeah.
This is Goodwill Hunting. I hope one day I knock on that door and he doesn't pick up. I had to go see about a gym.
Right.
So 20 new members and because
Yeah.
what's your rate?
What's our rate? Top of the scale is 165 every 4 weeks.
So what's that about 3,200? A little more than on average 3,200 a month. I mean that's plus other like what you're currently making. Yeah, I mean.
And plus turning other knobs and making other things better, right?
Yep.
Leaky bucket, working on retention.
Which will weirdly happen from these evaluations, providing more value, better class experience.
Exactly.
My 180-day journey,
Yeah,
right? That's been a tricky one for me to implement, so got to get focused.
that should not be tricky.
I'm having a block, but I'm getting it. I'm
What's
Coach
the
Allison.
block?
I do not know.
You're using all of our coaches. You aren't you?
The whole team. Max, we were on a call with Max. Yep. Yes.
It's great.
But
That's
they're
what,
awesome.
That's
They're
what it's all
amazing.
about. No, everybody brings. It's no different than your box. Like you should have coaches where it's like, oh, cool, Jason's coaching, Danielle's coaching, someone else. So,
Yeah.
what's been the block there though? Because I mean, from an engineer brain, that one's pretty straightforward.
Overthinking, lack of organization.
Would you say that's your weakness?
Yes.
He overthinks.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
yes.
gosh. It doesn't
Analysis
stop.
paralysis. Yes.
And then staying focused, right?
But again, going back to your kids, what do you want to teach Stella and Teddy?
That you can do
I like
hard
that word focus. Like, hey,
focus. Yeah.
you gotta stay focused on the thing.
keep the thing the main thing.
Even if
Yeah.
it's hard, keep
Yeah,
going.
even when it's like,
Yeah.
because I would when people are unfocused, it's not. I think because the task is not. It's because this is when it's hard. So this is easier.
It's distraction to
Yeah, it's
something
distraction,
else.
right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. And there's a bit of, but I got to do that too, and trying to do everything instead of forget about those things and do this, and then it'll like,
and squash that imposter.
yeah, that's
Lower.
also,
yeah, but you're
Peace.
doing the thing. You know that just comes from reps, like you said.
Yeah.
Like imposter syndrome is simply, I need to do more of this so I feel confident.
it's funny, you're in other jobs and you you're there for so long and you feel comfortable and you think you know what you're doing, and then you do something totally different and you're so uncomfortable and you just seek getting back to that. But that just comes with time and reps, and it's just different, right? Being 40 something and doing your third or fourth career, it's new and it's a lot and it's growth. But
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Look at that little child in him. But I mean, I showed you guys that video of me snowboarding.
Yeah.
I was.
I can't
You
wait.
laugh, but we'll put it up here. But no, to your point, like I was so frustrated, and Roz was like, "How many 46-year-olds do you think are trying something new?" She was like,
Right.
"That's cool."
Yeah.
People get
Right.
very complacent and comfortable where they are. They don't really challenge themselves to try new things.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason like you don't teach an old dog. That was exactly it. I was like, "Oh, this is it." Like,
Yeah.
because it would be much easier not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's like old dogs are lazy.
Yeah.
Right, and this is hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it.
It's patience
So
too,
we're
right?
having lots of like, this is a big breakthrough, huh?
Yeah,
Is this better than Joel?
this is really good.
Well, neither of you said yes. Have you ever guys done the mindset with Joel?
Yeah, we both have.
it's awesome.
You're
I'm
gonna
ready for
do-
number 2.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, ready for
Let's
2
go.
or the next thing.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Joel's the man.
He is the man.
Joel's the man.
But what is next? We're gonna
We're
get
gonna
back. You're gonna
yeah.
do all these things.
We're going to solidify. I mean, right? We're going to focus. We're going to get some help focusing. And then leaky bucket, feedback, and just keep going.
Keep
Just
working on
gonna
our
keep
team,
going.
getting our team together. And
Like I see, like there's no shortage of vision, right? I see where I want to go. I told Danielle, I said, it's me. I'm the problem, right? I was quoting my Taylor Swift.
Little Taylor Swift, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's
is
just,
that a T
TS
thing?
on, yeah.
you'll get there. You'll get there.
Our
After
au pair-
Moana comes Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
I hope. Our au pair was really into Taylor Swift. I never, but I
Yeah.
think if you're the problem, I say this in a good way. It's like,
He's the solution.
well, that too, but it's like there's worse problems. Like you're meaning like if you're the worst thing, like
Yeah.
that's not a big deal, right? Like because you will turn that around.
Yeah.
There's hope for you yet. That's what
Thank
he's trying
you.
to say.
No, I'm saying like I am saying that, but I'm also saying, you're gonna fix all that. Like you've recognized it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still relatively to be at 130 members, 2.5 years in.
Yeah.
Starting in your garage, like I said this to Zev and Aaron. It's like you're the 1%. Not only because of how many members you have, but where your rate's at and 4-week billing and all of these other things. Like you're doing the thing. It just takes more of doing that thing.
Yeah.
But getting distracted doing other things isn't the answer. It's like more of the thing and better at the thing. It's no different. I heard you telling Christian about like him doing the thing. And he's like, yeah, this is what we do. No different than the affiliates.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, keep doing it.
That's the hard part. Just keep going.
It's hard because you're
Sometimes.
not getting like immediate, like,
Right.
but you're going to see in 6 months when you're at 150, oh, we did all those things.
Yeah.
And that's where the kids are like, oh, I have to keep doing this even when it's not rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it'll come.
it will come.
I
It will
believe it.
come.
I believe it.
I feel like we're all in one marriage now. The Leboeufs. The Leboeuf Ackermans. I feel like we've come a long way. I remember you guys are, two of the people I remember early on, and you just kept doing you kept showing up and working hard, and now it's paying off.
Steady.
It's awesome. I can't imagine not having done it, right? And
I thought you were going to say, I can't imagine not doing it with you.
Yes, I thought so
Both.
too.
That's
with
where we're
both of
going.
you in this marriage, yes.
Relationship, open relationship. No, it's I'm so pumped because I think you see it. You see the end of the light or the end of the tunnel. Like, we're not going back to school, but it's just going to be doing the thing.
Yeah.
Every day waking up, and it's like, what can I be doing today to drive this forward?
100%.
Not getting distracted, growing the confidence, being vulnerable with the team.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. Good
Thanks,
job.
honey.
Who are you talking to? Thank you, guys.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.